If you are watching this video, chances are you crave adventure. Want to drive to spectacular locations with epic views just to get away from the 9 to 5 of the matrix. But to do this, you need a true blue SUV, something which is as good at conquering terrains as it is impractical in the city. What if I told you there was a way out? What if I told you it doesn't matter what you drive, where you're from, or what you do? You too can have an epic road trip adventure, a Mahindra Adventure. Being a part of this adventure from ZigWheels are Nabil and Gaurav. And our companion on this journey is the crowd favorite, the Mahindra Thar, that too a diesel manual. So join us on our adventure, heading up all the way to Kaza, and hopefully you'll stick around till the end. Our lead is the legend himself, Mr. Hari Singh. Day 1 is simple. Step 1. Getting to know the cars. Our companion was going to be a Scorpio N, but a last minute change meant we were packing our luggage into a shining black Thar. Step 2. Cross into the Himachal Pradesh border and reach Narkanda, covering about 160 kilometers on fairly populated roads. An easy route to get the convoy used to the drive. Day 2 of the Mahindra Adventure Snow Escape, and today we are headed from Narkanda all the way up to Kalpa, covering about 150 odd kilometers. But today is the day when the adventure actually begins. As you can see, we are properly in the mountains. The temperature has started to dip and the adrenaline has started to spike. We can even see some snow coming from there, up there on those peaks. And to make things even better, weather department says there is a prediction of snowfall later in the evening. So fingers crossed, may the snow gods have some mercy on us, and tomorrow we are looking to do some proper snow bashing. We are coming towards the end of day 2 of Snow Escape, and while we were leaving Narkanda, the roads were in not such a good condition, but towards Kalpa, the roads have become fantastic and one can't help but even enjoy these roads on the Thar. So much so that we are falling behind the convoy a little bit to get ourselves into a little gap and then chase after them just to have some more fun. I mean, hats off to BRO for these fantastic roads in these challenging terrains. The day passed and the tires remained dry. But it was not until the next morning that we realized how close to driving on snow we had actually come. This is day 3 of the Mahindra Adventure 2023, the Snow Escape, and this is where things will definitely start to get interesting. The last 2 days were rather quick. We were on tarmac, just traveling from one city to the another, one state to another, and finally we are here. We are right now in Kalpa and we have vision of the snow. And the snow you see on top there is powder snow. That means it did snow last night. Now the only thing left is driving up to those mountains into Kaza and yes, enjoying some snow bashing. The bonus of coming on expedition and adventures like these are the spectacular views. You won't believe, look there, look there. That's our regular lunch stop. We are having a buffet right there. That's our entire convoy. And just look at there. Look at the spectacular mountains, the great Himalayas right there. We are right now in Nako. It's about 11,300 feet high. The temperatures are close to 0 degrees, but we haven't stepped into minus just yet. That will happen when we go up ahead towards Kaza. That place is going to be freezing. As you can see, we have a lot of snow around us already. We just haven't done a lot of snow bashing yet. It's just started to happen. Hoping for a lot more snow really soon.
Time is money, but life is precious. But you know what's more precious, Nabil bhai?
What is that?
It is the pawpaw.
What do you mean?
They are saying pawpaw means honk. Yes. Ha 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 ha.
then, towards the end of day 3, it finally happened.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Kaza is still 20 kilometers away, but look, we found snow! Finally, our convoy is leaving. That means we have to run back, otherwise they will leave us behind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've been running high altitude running. Would you recommend it?
No, absolutely not. Not unless you have a doctor as a backup, which we have luckily. But yeah, got a little out of breath, had a few sips of water, and now we are running in the Thar to catch up with the convoy. Good fun.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We reached Kaza later in the evening, and then the gods showed mercy. Snowflakes fell from the sky, and we could not help but take the Thar out for a drive. Temperatures fell close to minus 15 degrees that night. So on the following morning, this happened. This is day 4 of the Mahindra Adventure Snow Escape, and we are in Kaza. The temperatures are sub-zero. This is the first time we are firing up the Thar in the morning. Let's see what happens. This, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, is what a cold start is.
How long do you think it'll take to actually get
We
going?
have experts here from Mahindra Adventure itself. So, how long will it do this?
It's already stable.
No, it's not.
Couple of minutes.
Couple of minutes.
If you had cycled it a couple of times and let the coil cycle through 2-3 times, well, it would have been easier.
Much quicker.
Yeah.
I think he's right. Since only 2 cylinders are firing.
2 cylinders out of 4. And there you
Ah,
go.
there we go.
Victory!
So, cold start is done. The car's now warm. The weather's better now. Temperature is warmer, and we are putting snow chains on because today, that right there, all of that is going to be our playground. If you're wondering why I'm not helping them, is because we do want to come back with the car in one piece. So I'll leave it to the experts to do it.
That's a nice one.
With the snow chains on, we headed out into the white wild. The lead plowed a path for the rest to follow through thick snow and even some deep river crossings. The cars, all 4x4s, were performing beautifully and giving the driver an ever-increasing sense of confidence even in these unknown terrains. But soon, as the temperature started to rise, our speeds started to fall.
So Nabil ji, what do you want to say now?
Well, we are doing what we're supposed to do. We finally found snow. We are in the snow and we are going through this an unexplored landscape which has fresh snow on it. So you can see, I tried to step here and this is where I went. You can see what's happening here. That's a lead car, he's paving the path. But again, he's also getting stuck, so the car's getting him out. The convoy runs back till there, and that is where we are hoping to get. This is the adventure we were waiting for. While the other cars were being rescued, the convoy decided to have some fun. Some started doing donuts, while the others were enjoying the outing in the snow. Car middle of nowhere, man middle of nowhere, winch middle of nowhere. We are now actually escaping snow because the weather started to get a little hotter and the ice that we are on starting to melt. You can see here, right? This was all snow in the morning, but you can now see that becoming slush.
Until then, we're only rescuing other cars.
Speaking of rescue, this car is the same car that went into the ditch and the bumper came a little back. So yeah, they had to put it back into clips. Things you learn doing off-road.
So Nabil,
Yeah.
should we wait for them or should we leave them behind?
No, I'm gonna wait for them for sure. We are gonna move with the last car, make sure everyone's going. Not that we are very useful, but motivation never discouraged anyone.
Emotional support.
That is exactly what we are doing right now, making fun of people and emotional support. So now you see the roving, that's Manish reversing on as close as possible to that car stuck right there. That again is a support car which went to support something and now needs support. And we can't go too far back with this car, so we are going to basically, and he is stuck again. You need to be here to experience all of this, man. You need to have those driving skills to get out of trouble and and then later get back into trouble. Snow is definitely unpredictable because you can't see what's underneath. Sand dunes slightly more predictable because you know cars get weird, you know how to get them out. But with the snow, you never know how far down you're gonna fall. So just being careful, having some skill required, and a lot of fun. Luckily, that trick worked, and we were soon on our way to Cheecham Bridge, the highest bridge in Asia, hanging tall at 13,596 feet. Coming here, yeah, of course you do enjoy the nature, the beauty, you soak in the pure air. But you also realize how hard life can be in such challenging terrains. Soldiers who are here, who help protect these lands and everything. It's not easy for them. Yeah, we as tourists, we do come here for 4 days, 5 days. We enjoy the atmosphere here and go. But yeah, this the moment you start thinking it from a local point of view, hats off to that. Now we would start to head back to basic civilization, but not before a few surprises. 14,400 feet. That's where we are. Literally almost at the top of the world. Well, at least that's what it feels like from up here. We are in Langza. We found ourselves quite a nice picnic spot where everyone's taking some pictures. The group photo was also happening some time back. As we are passing through Hikim, we came across that. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the world's highest post office. It's here, right here in Hikim. Fun fact, so there is a post office in Tibet as well, which is the highest post office in the world, but that doesn't remain open throughout the year because of the altitude. This does remain operational throughout the year. So yeah, this is quite an achievement by the Indian postal system. We're gonna spend some time here, sink in the glory, have a cup of tea at the nice dhaba right there, and then later catch up with the convoy. And there we go. Mahindra was kind enough to provide us with stamps and postcards that we could send to our loved ones back home. So it's officially been stamped, and there it goes. Me and Gaurav had been driving on high altitudes for 3 days now, and that had started to have an effect on our relationship. Gaurav, would you like some fresh snow?
Yes, sir. Why not? Why not?
Lala!
Thank you so much, but it's covered in gunk.
You saw high standards, right? You don't appreciate my gifts at all. What is this? You know how much hard work I put into getting it for you? No. This relationship for us, this is not working out.
No.
When you're out on adventures, this sort of thing usually happens. Like there is genuinely no way around it. All you can do is prepared for it. So as you can see, there is a slight puncture and the wheel rolled over a rock, so it's completely gone off the alloy. Luckily, we have a very, very experienced backup team, a support team. They have jacks, they have all the equipment. The step needs a full slice, luckily. So just a matter of time before we get that out, get that in, and keep moving again. This is day 6 of our adventure,
And so by now everyone knows each other very well. All the participants are gelling together very well. There are a lot of jokes going on the radio, some lame ones, but yeah, what else do you expect? But among all these joys, there's this sense of, that the adventure is coming to an end. We are now heading towards Rampur. It's a 250 odd kilometer journey. The roads are fantastic, but everyone's a little sad that we are leaving these mountains behind. We are leaving the snow behind. There, right there is a tea spot. We are at a helipad. Kudos to the team for picking such spectacular locations for lunch, for tea breaks, for bathroom breaks and whatnot. Look around, yeah, just look around. I mean, Snow Peak is there. You have valleys and mountains back there. I'm gonna miss this. So when you come to places like these, you have to give up on a lot of amenities that you and me are used to, right? So running water, for instance, is a luxury. So going to the bathroom is a very crazy affair. So you come here and you miss all those amenities, but at the same time, you also realize what you have given up for those amenities. You've given up these mountains, the purity, the serenity of the lifestyle here. You've given all that up for those amenities that we are used to today. And I think we got the hard part of that trade here. This is not worth giving up.
We've just had lunch and we are at the banks of the Satluj. What a beautiful location this is again. And after lunch, things got a little competitive because, as you can see, people have started skipping stones. So much so that even the catering team joined us to see how many bounces you can get. I got 7. I got beat by about 8 or 10 bounces. That was Hari, so can't beat him anyways. Let's see what I can do now.
I'll tell you what you'll do. This is going to be a fail. ये फेल करेगा, फेल होएगा बंदा, फेल नहीं हुआ. क्या बात है, क्या बात है.
So as you can see, the convoy has, a part of the convoy has stopped here because a lot of rocks fell from the mountain right there. We had to just get out of the cars, clean up the road a little and make sure that no more falling rocks are there before the rest of the convoy crosses. Yep, danger is all around, can never be too careful. Having left the snow behind, we were now in Rampur. That night, everyone danced, laughed and enjoyed each other's company, knowing that this adventure is soon coming to its conclusion.
This is day 7 of the Mahindra Adventure Snow Escape 2023. The convoy is about to move out from here, Rampur to all the way Chandigarh. This will be the final time this convoy is moving together, and we got more than what we were promised. It is a bit bittersweet because we have had a lot of fun in the mountains, and now we are going to leave the mountains behind and get back to the hustle bustle of the city. On our way, I'll tell you how my experience was with the Thar and what all activities we did when we were up in the mountains. Let's go. Now, let's talk about this, the Thar. When we first got to know that we'll be driving a Thar and not a Scorpio N, we were a little confused because, well, on long road trips like these, you do want a big, comfortable SUV and not a thoroughbred off-roader. But having driven it for what now, 1213 kilometers, my thoughts have changed a little. So out on the highways, driving it on good roads, this has been fantastic. We've been able to overtake almost everything that was there on the road. This manual box we thought would be a little troubling for a long expedition like this, but no, it wasn't. We've been having fun, some hard downshifts, some hard upshifts, and cruising on the highway also has been brilliant. Yes, when the roads do get bad,
you have to slow down. There are no two ways about it. It does throw you around. You feel every single pebble and ditch on the road. But that's the thing, that's the character of the car, because you know what it can do off the road. You don't mind some bits like that on the road itself. Talking about off the road. When we hit snow, when we went for that proper snow expedition, in fact, they were even using the Thars to rescue Scorpios in that area. So, when it really mattered, when we were off the road, this Thar was almost unstoppable. We even put it through a lot of punishment, to be very honest. We weren't really slowing down because we had a lot of ground to cover on some days. So even on some broken patches of road, we were pushing the Thar, and it kept taking punishment without any single complaint. This unbreakable character of the Thar, because it can take as much punishment as you want to give it and still come out stronger, and with you having a smile on your face, we have decided to name it, both me and GC here, Rocky, because it's tough as a rock, and of course on the famous Sylvester Stallone character Rocky, who just doesn't give up.
We're now entering Haryana. We're out of Himachal now.
That's it then. Our journey, our 7-day expedition comes to an end. The people who were strangers just a week ago are now dancing hand in hand, telling life stories like they were meant to know each other. Would the Scorpio N have been more comfortable than the Thar for this journey? Yes. Did it matter? No. Was it absolutely freezing cold? Yes. Did it matter? No. Did we get stuck in snow? Yes. Was it fun? Absolutely. The car, company and country came together to make this trip not just a memorable one, but to tell tales about. Did I enjoy getting tortured? Well, maybe. But would I do it again? 100%.